Literary Lockdown Log, Day 4. God has abandoned us. And I can't help but put all the blame on Matthew's homosexuality.
Maybe God's pissed about all the bottles of piss I leave under Mateo's bed.
This isn't mine, it doesn't have blood in it. And stop listening to my inner monologue! I pray to God for a sign that will unite MaJaMa in our shared quest to write a script. I pray to God for a sign to keep writing the script. Ow!
MaJaMa. MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
Hello.
Welcome to MaJaMa Jams. I'm Jason. It's Mateo. And that's my brother Matthew. And today let's put up a red octagon in front of anything jumping around because we're going to talk about some stop motion.
Oh,
It
cheers to stop motion.
is going to get gorgeous with a lot of unobjective commentary today because we have a wonderful little nugget coming from Mateo. What's the year?
1960.
1960. Wow, older than I thought. Coming from the year of 1960, Mr. Jack H. Harris is presenting the one and only Dinosaurus. This, as usual, this little gem was introduced to us by the Italian here. So, Mateo, until one of us brings a movie up, what is Dinosaurus about?
The title gives it away.
Actually, I was curious about the title because it's
Actually, it should be Dinosauruses because they're two.
What the hell is Dinosaurus?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is it's like Tyrannosaurus? I assume they just took something like that and did Dinosaurus. It's just enough of a little twist, to make a great little catchy title. Not to mention the amazing font used when it pops up in tune with the symphony. Little exclamation point.
Also
indicating,
1 by 1.
It one by one and it ended with an exclamation point indicating that we're supposed to be excited. As excited, one may say, as Julio.
Holy smoke!
We'll get to in a moment. Mateo, I'm sorry. The plot synopsis.
So, in a tropical island, not very well specified, they conduct some experiments, which apparently looks like they blow up stuff.
They're blowing up water.
They're blowing up water. And
actually, what are they doing?
I don't know. They just blow up.
Doesn't he says that we're going to build a...
something.
He says it in the scene where he's... Okay, anyway.
Bomb.
We'll talk about it later.
Yes,
but they're blowing up water.
He has a clipboard. He's important.
We're not going to talk about it later. We don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But he says it.
We won't remember it. And these explosions apparently unhurt two frozen dinosaurs, a T-Rex and a Brontosaurus. And they have the idea of dragging them ashore, waiting for the Smithsonian people. But the manager of the island finds out also a caveman, or as the opening credit says, a Neanderthal. And he hides it, but due to both the rain and the bolt of lightnings and stuff like that, everybody comes back to life. They thaw.
Similar to a down-and-out Kong in King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Or Jason Voorhees in Jason Lives.
Or Encino Man.
Or Frankenstein.
Or Ben Franklin.
But Frankenstein is intentional. Here is by happenstance.
But that means the caveman would have to be struck as well.
That was good, though. I'm sorry that got
Yes. Well, we don't know.
I was thinking something Ben Franklinstein.
He said Ben Franklin. You kind of stepped on it.
Stein.
Ben Franklinstein?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of something.
Oh, say it again. So I cut the part in the middle.
It's okay.
Like Ben Franklin.
Stein. So the dinosaurs come back to life and they start to roam the island, which is never also specified how many people are on the island. And at some point they say about 200 people, but you never see. You just see the cantina and the work site.
Yeah, obviously some people live there and some
yes,
people are visiting.
and the
for
house of
construction.
Betty.
And a lot of white people in brown face.
Yes.
But a lot of actual...
Yes.
Yes, and a lot of...
Look, if this is 1960, I think the ratio is actually quite good compared to what we're used to.
Okay.
I saw maybe a couple in the band, but I feel like most
Yeah.
other were actual people
yes.
of color.
Is not the mighty Gorga.
Exactly. My mind jumped right to
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
So, with not particular franticness, they decide to go after the dinosaurs, give or take. Because, I mean, there are moments where they're just like roaming around the island that they don't care about. They're more interested in finding the little
Julio
kid.
is certainly excited.
Julio, who is a little kid who knows everything about dinosaurs, and he has a lot of expository dialogue is
He's getting
explaining.
fucking everything.
Yes, who the dinosaur are, and then,
Paragraphs, too.
yes.
But man, he doesn't deliver a single line in this movie without that childish enthusiasm.
Remember, you're the friendly vegetarian like it says on the cereal box. Hey, you are friendly. We are going to be friends, you and me.
Perhaps one might say a little bit performative, maybe not the most natural, but
Keep
still.
thinking of the way Haji speaks in Johnny Quest.
We're supposed to be doing homework, Johnny.
Oh, come on, just once more.
Okay. Sim salabim.
This one's the brontosaurus. He's a vegetarian. He wouldn't hurt you unless you got in his way and he stepped on you.
Oh boy, Mr. Bart,
Yeah.
or boy, Senor Bart, that's going to be really nifty. When
whiz.
he wakes up. But I like it because I feel like Julio is the spirit of every child that just utterly adores these dinosaurs. And
I play with them a lot. They're my friends.
yes,
I play with them all the time. They are my friends.
But
I like the others.
he never seems to convey the awe of a kid in front of the real dinosaur. Or
He doesn't shut the fuck up.
well,
beside that,
in
yes.
fairness, all of them, I was thinking this, they kind of just, they give a little bit, mostly like, oh, we found some frozen dinosaurs.
Yes.
I guess leave them out there to thaw and we'll get lunch break, everybody.
Well, this was 60 years ago. Dinosaurs have only been gone for...
All right, are we
Very
done
true,
with this fucking
very
plot
true.
synopsis? We're done with the plot
Oh
synopsis,
yes.
right?
Well, no. Eventually, what happens is that the Brontosaurus, since he's an idiot, just like goes in.
Hey, show a little respect.
He has the head, the brain the size of a walnut.
Yeah.
We watched him die.
It's pretty fucked up that he gets this Brontosaurus toy stepped on and killed.
Yes.
The Brontosaurus almost get killed by the T-Rex, and the Brontosaurus fucking dies.
Kills itself.
Pretty much,
He
yeah.
wanders
And I
into
think
the
Julio
swamp.
sees all
Goodbye,
three.
cruel world.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
evolved past me. My
And
giant feet.
Whereas the caveman dies into the mine, protecting them from
A
collapsing.
noble death.
A noble death. And the T-Rex gets killed by...
Crane.
Thank you.
A la aliens.
Yes, and then there is the ironic ending of a tourist, apparently of rich people, sailing in front of the island after everything has ended, and they say, "Oh,
There you are, my dear. There's your tropical island.
Look at all those people up there waving at us. Do you suppose they greet all the ships like this?
I shouldn't be at all surprised. In a peaceful, quiet island like this, I don't suppose there's anything better to do.
And then, like the two movies that Mr. Harris produced before this one, which were The Blob and The 4D Men, they end with the end and then a question mark.
Not just that, the end turns into a question mark.
In this one, the end turns into a question mark, which is also nice because I like is a nice counterpoint with the Dinosaurus.
Yes.
Great
yes,
fonts.
Yes. Yeah.
Great
Great
fonts
fonts.
and appearances. The melding and the singular, like you said. I feel like with a lot of these, the moment that we'll be suckered in, and as much as you despised wild beasts, the title pop up. A lot of the times that is
Yes.
the moment where the fish hook really sinks in, and if that's done well, I feel like it just goes off like dynamite. This one in particular, we're underwater. We have those symphony notes stab as everything comes up, and it's just, like I said, the exclamation point. It's supposed to be exciting.
It's So it's not just like Dinosaurus.
It's not just
Dinosaurus.
It's Dinosaurus.
Is that you, Betty? Leave her from the moon, you bad old Tyrannosaurus!
Talk about ringside seats.
The first thing to talk about, maybe the only thing to talk about, this is one of those gorgeous movies that has stop motion dinosaurs.
It has everything. It has. Now I see why you have the.
Exactly.
This has all three. That has stop motion. It has puppetry. And there's only two: stop motion and puppetry. That's it.
You were going to jump to CGI, but that was...
Yes, I was about to.
I was
yes.
almost thinking suit for a second, but no, I don't think so.
No, it's just like there's some
The close-up shots are like the big puppets.
blatant puppets, which it works better. It's a nice mixture between exactly like you were saying, Jurassic Park.
Yes.
It works wonderful because the T-Rex is part CGI and part practical, and so your eyes cannot really grasp when it's one, when it's the other, because it keeps on switching.
One of the things I enjoy about this is kind of nice right in the middle between, I feel like you can actually enjoy how the stop motion or puppetry is kind of advanced while also giving you that kind of like cheesy old school fit to it. It seems kind of right in the middle there. And I also just think it's a great setup to have dinosaurs run around. Like I keep thinking of a adventure we would play with action figures, set up a beach scene. We brought them up from the sea. They run to pick people off. You get a little bit, like I said, you get the caveman, you get a little bit of wacky fish out of water slapstick, you get classic dinosaur battles, you get the human drama. It's a pretty good mix.
And the confinement of the island, it allows you to play, maintaining it in this nebulous dimension. You don't know how big it is, so how quickly the dinosaurs can go from one place to another. One of the tricks that Mr. Harris adopted, and he said it wasn't a secret, but it was his formulas, it was that he would actually buy dinners or organize parties for students, and he would listen to them. Say, what do you want to see on the screen? And they were telling him, oh, it would be cool to see this and this and this and this and this. Note, and then he would go and make a movie. And he was kind of like an anomaly, a positive anomaly, but because he came out from virtually nowhere. He did The Blob for $200,000, and he did the 4D Man for $300,000. He did this one for $400,000, and he said that in the end, he made over $1 million per movie in earning, which in
1960 is astronomical.
Yes, but also for being an independent producer who is showing up and say, "Hey, here I am. Here's what I do." It's quite effective. I can think of only Roger Corman who was able to pull this up. But Roger Corman is a human machine. Is a human industry. He just was churning movies in all the directions.
Well, this did seem also very drive-in appropriate.
Yes.
Kept picturing that type of environment for it to play in. That's why I enjoy it so much. It's a very simple, straightforward story. And funnily enough, I think the second time around I did notice that the dinosaurs, not that this is unusual, but they're a little sparser than I remembered. You get good scenes, but it takes a little bit some time to get there. But I feel like it seems very indicative of its time. Like I said, I could picture it playing in a drive-through. I appreciate the fact that we made Drive-in.
Oh,
quick.
there's a movie. Well, I'm
Someone
waiting for
should
my
actually
sandwich.
drive through dinosaurs. That's a great idea. But yes, I like I said, the middle ground between the early days of stop motion, yet not all the way to the new or Jurassic, or even like the 80s of a more advanced puppetry, like Carnosaur.
They went
early 90s?
the biggest innovation, if memory serves, doubtful, is Empire Strikes Back, when they went for the first time with Go Motion, which is it's exactly like stop motion, but when they are taking the classic click of the image before moving it, it vibrates a little bit, because the stop motion is every single frame is a photo, whereas in the Go Motion, having that little blur of a movement, it makes it a little more fluid, and that's why the walkers, you were watching and said they're moving in a strange way that I've never seen before, because it was that experiment. That
was literally the first use of that?
If memory serves, yes. So you went from 1925 with the first Lost Word, Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost Word.
Do you know if that's the first appearance of stop motion dinosaurs? Because
No, I'm
Kong
sure.
was after that.
I'm sure that there were.
Kong was
33. Yes.
And then you're saying Lost World was 25?
Yes. And I'm sure that there were just experiments even before.
MaJaMa. MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
When they're pulling them up from the ocean, and they're pulling them, you get the close-up shot of them pulling them on the sand. That looks like stop motion too, because you can look at the sand.
It is.
Do you know why they wouldn't have just done a straight pull through the sand?
Because the scene calls for them to be lifeless, so why not just...
Yeah. No, but also because the
idea of giving them weight and mass.
The T-Rex is a model, and so what they did is that they... That's what the other trick that they used is the...
There was three.
Yes, it was called the Harris Vision, which was one of the first time where you could actually have, which actually is not true because Harryhausen has done it for ages, but he claimed that it was his thing, to put the live action in front of the puppets. So in that case, for instance, the shot when they're pulling it up, they're just filming from the ocean, the cable coming up, and then in superimpose there is the model moving. It seems seamless, but they're not interconnected. In fact, if you look at that, the monster is more crisp.
Help! Help!
There was a comic book.
Yes, one of the awesome
adaptation.
examples of cross merchandising. A comic book came out before, I think they said, so they would prepare people for what they were seeing.
Yeah, imagine.
I feel like this speaks to the kid movie experience. You get a comic book that comes out before,
and then it's like a spirit animal. You know?
Yes, to me, the most charming part of the whole thing, Julio has 2 toy plastic dinosaurs, which A, I think were the literal molds that we ourselves had, and B, he says, I got them by sending away from a cereal box.
Yeah. Hey, Julio, what you got there?
Oh, these are my monsters I got from my cereal box tops. I thought I'd bring them over to show you.
Everything feels like this really is a movie geared
imagine
towards...
going to the drive-in in the back seat with your parents.
Remember, I'm the Italian one. I'm the one who
eating popcorn and pizza and Coke and playing with your little plastic dinosaurs while watching this on summer vacation.
That's what it is.
It's very evocative of that feeling in that time.
If we needed to sum this up in just a little encapsulation, you hit the nail on the head. That's what it is. There's other ones that maybe give you more dinosaur action, and it's not an insanely great movie, but what makes it so awesome is I'm saying that it's that spirit. It's that vibe, it's everything about it, and I think the part that Julio is excitedly rattling off dinosaur knowledge about the difference between the herbivores and the carnivores and why the Bronto is safe and the T-Rex isn't. That's just, I grew up like that with just spouting off
and the classic
dino knowledge. Anyone listen?
What kid has never dreamt to befriend with a dinosaur
or
riding a dinosaur?
The riding scene again.
You sure are one terrific caveman, you know that?
How did they do that scene more effective than what's his name on the boat in the beginning, where the water's just perfectly still, the boat's not even moving. Yet they do
what
hit
scene?
When he is going
to save Betty when she's driving through and they're trying to wave her down because there's dynamite still going to explode, and so he's on the boat trying to get to her, and he's like the water's just still, there's no motion. Yet the scene when Julio and the caveman are riding the dinosaur, you're like, okay, there's wind blowing, there's
it works.
The trees going past.
I'm glad you brought that up because yes, that was another aspect of I thought what a blast for a kid. It really does seem like you watch the Jurassic Parks and obviously kids have a blast, but they feel like they're for everybody. This is awesome because I feel like it does feel like let's give kids a hell of a time at the movies. Yeah. Again, not that it's unenjoyable for others, but that's what I love about it. You're absolutely right.
Once again, I'm not sure if I'm wrong. I will cut this part because I have the power. But one of the scenes of the Brontosaurus has been recycled in one episode of Twilight Zone.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Do you know which one?
I don't.
Skipper, verify something for me, would you? And in a hurry? Look. It's not possible.
What in the name of everything holy is going on?
Wait, on a TV or they're actually around dinosaurs? Because I don't know any Twilight Zone where they're around dinosaurs. And if there is, we need to watch this like right after we're done filming.
You saved my life. I really don't know how to thank you. I'm very grateful. You want me to cook it? Your dinner.
It is kind of funny that the caveman within 5 seconds is like, you cook this for me, woman.
He knows his rules.
I learned very quickly,
yes.
This is your job. And then the next job, sucking this caveman dick.
God, can you imagine? Between the hair and the matted whatever from
and the 1,000, 1 million years of
God,
and freshly thawed.
Yeah.
Could we just get the cave to collapse on me, please, before this happens? Please. You know what?
There was a whole subplot that got cut.
Jack Harris said, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Well, as much as I think we all enjoyed this, possibly part of the joy is the simplicity. So anything else to add before we round up it all? I feel like it was kind of concise.
I don't think we should watch movies we like anymore. It seems like we always have less to say.
It is. I did think we would have more to expound upon because of the joy of the stop motion dinos, but
it's nice to do that because we can tell people.
I would like more people to see this movie.
To go, yes, to go watch. To just like get over the fact that yes, the special effects are jerky and all the is generally an enjoyable movie. It's what's an hour and 80 minutes, an hour and 25 minutes or something like that. But it's fun.
I'd love to see this on film on a big screen. Actually, yes. Fuck it, even on an actual drive-in. That would be. I think that would just really over the top with it.
Let's go. Yeah, hurry up.
Well, Dinosaurus is pretty great, but before we wrap up, I want to know, what did you think about it?
If you had a thumb, it'd be sticking up.
Surprise!
So let's go around and let's do our evaluation.
Am I starting?
That's why I'm looking at you.
Okay.
Well, last time you started, so.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do 1/25. I thought it's awesome. Like I said, this movie is our spirit animal. It's very evocative of everything we want from life now and everything we remember from childhood, and just the idea of little plastic dinosaurs, comic books, and monster movies. It's everything we could want compacted into a vintage little time capsule.
Yes. I remember being very excited about it coming, very excited the first time to watch it. And yeah, I guess I could do with you, but I will do a smaller one, but I think I'll stick with a good old-fashioned one. Maybe just in the name of I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but the second time around I felt, not that I disenjoyed it, but just more of a sparsity of the dinosaurs. Wow. But again, I mean that in no way to take away from my enjoyment of it. It was simply just, I'll do my one. And I agree with Matthew that a lot of stuff, that gorgeous spirit of childhood is very much on display here.
I go also with a very small part.
Oh God, now I feel like an asshole.
Yes.
You know what? I'm taking it back.
Now too late. Nah.
Damn it! I'm supposed to be the one that loves stop motion dinosaurs.
If you eat that piece of paper, we'll let it slide.
Or it's a very strong.
If you eat that box of popcorn filled with paper.
Eat one piece of paper. You can take it back.
Okay, we're good. And I will go with this. It's slightly bigger than you because of Julio and his stupid Spanish.
Going to brag.
But but one of the things that I truly appreciate, I cannot stress it enough, it was the genius of Mr. Harris of actually asking kids, what do you want to see on the screen, and then put it on the screen. And that is what movies should be. You should just
say tits.
Well, there's almost a rape scene.
Tits. And we should note, every fucking kid feel that tits. We should note that Mr. Jack Harris did, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3,
Dinosaurus.
He did 8.
MaJaMa.
4, 5, 6, 8.
So everybody, watch this movie.
Yes.
Watch this movie.
8.
You know, I didn't know we'd be doing dinosaurs today, and last night I was thinking when we do that episode, bring a big bag of cheap plastic dinosaurs to dump.
Cut it right here.
Yes, that's it. That's
Everybody
over.
go home.
Yes.